June 26th. Our bucket sale is just another great way to save on everything you need for everyday life at Fleet Farm. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.
Get out of here and go!
Covering the Crew all season long on WTMJ, it's Brewers Extra Innings. Now live from the Annex Wealth Management Studios in downtown Milwaukee at the Avenue. Here is your host, Dominic Cotroneo.
Back on track. Much better. Happy flight. Brewers win 6-2. They're still one of the few teams all year to have not lost 4 consecutive games. Welcome in. I'm Dominic Cotroneo. One big second inning was all they needed. And if you just look at the line, if you just look at the score, you're thinking, okay, yeah, they beat up on Michael King, right? Well, let me tell you, not quite. But hey, all that bad luck and all of that frustration with runners in scoring position and all of the hard hit balls that don't find a hole, all of that was avenged today with that 5-run second inning. And a lot of good luck, to say the least, because Michael King struck out the side in the first inning, and I kind of looked around and was like, oh, boy, here we go. Given he's already shoved against the Brewers twice. We talked about that in Brewers warm-up. And you're like, oh, boy, oh, dear. And, man, ball in play, that looked relentless. That looked like winning tonight. The Brewers, in that second inning, 6 hits, 5 runs. The average exit velocity in that second inning was 81 miles an hour. There were only 2 balls in play in that inning that were even 90 or above. Frelick's RBI single the opposite way, and Black's single up the middle. That was the hardest hit ball of the inning at 102. Frelick was only 90, so there's only one of those 6 that was at least 90 miles an hour. Or excuse me, one of those should be a hard hit, I should say. Good luck finally came the Brewers' way. And overall, with runners in scoring position today, it doesn't look all that pretty at 4 for 13, which is shy of 250. But good to see them get more opportunities again. They started 3 for 6, so got things going in the right direction. That 14 hits today, too, loved that. 6 walks today. So the Brewers continues to be, I shouldn't say 6 walks, beg your pardon, 6 runs batted in. Wrong column. Stand by. 14 hits, a few extra base hits as well, 3 doubles and a triple. The Brewers' power hasn't quite been there. We talked about the lack of slugging percentage in yesterday's game, but this kind of gets you back on track. Craig Kashan's going to join us in just a little bit, but I want to address one of the main questions here right off the top. We'll break down that 5-run second inning. We'll talk about some of the big moments from this game, but let's talk pitching here right off the jump. Why did Tobias Myers only go 5? Why did Brian Hudson go 2? Why did Payamps and McGill pitch in this game? Well, they needed the throw, quite frankly. I was surprised to see Brian throw 2 innings. I would have expected 1, but luckily he only needed 21 pitches to get through 2 innings. But, again, this is kind of what we talked about on Friday, where it's, all right, so you want to be a manager. Here are all the things you're juggling at once. And I know folks are worried about Brian Hudson being overused. I am too, because we saw it happen with Yoel Payamps last year. You had a reliever emerge on the scene and then run out of gas in September. I'm hoping that doesn't happen to Brian Hudson. I wouldn't have expected 2 innings out of him today, but they got it. He was efficient. He looked as dominant as ever. The reason why he only had Tobias go 5 is he was getting ready to go a third time through against lefty Cronenworth, righty Machado, lefty Merrill. You have one of the best lefties available in your bullpen in at the time, a 5-1 game. Still sort of in the balance, and that third time through is the delicate spot. Leave Tobias with a positive feeling. It's okay because you had that rested bullpen ready to go. And I would have thought Brian was just going to get that one time through with Cronenworth, Machado, and Merrill, and then you hand it to maybe Koenig or Peguero or something for the bottom of the 7th, especially once the Brewers added another run to make it 6-1. But the Brewers felt, let's get these guys in, because let's say the best case scenario here, let's say tomorrow the Brewers beat up on the Rangers. Let's say those guys didn't get in the game today, right? And the Brewers beat up on the Rangers tomorrow. They're up 8-1 or something. You're not going to throw them then, right? So each day leads to the next. I imagine Hudson will be down tomorrow, but I know McGill will be available tomorrow. I know Piamps will be available tomorrow. Hudson will be available probably on Tuesday and Wednesday, and then you get an off day on Thursday. The Brewers wanted to ensure they got their leverage arms into the game because you don't want them gathering dust. There's a balance of overusing and high leverage. Today was not high leverage. Today was an important inning, but it wasn't like, oh, God, bases loaded, 2 outs, 1 run. It wasn't that. And to feel and watch your stuff work in the way that it did for all three of those guys, and Hudson, Piamps, and McGill specifically, figuring out that curveball. That was the best the curveball has looked in a week or two. Could be very important for the rest of the week. Not only for the Rangers coming up here back at home, but for the Cubs this weekend as well. So I just wanted to get out in front of that because I know there are a few folks on Twitter asking about that. I really don't mind Tobias going 5. I was a little surprised by Hudson going 2, but as far as the arm used, not surprised in the slightest. I think it makes sense. I truly do. Brewers win 6-2. We'll talk a little bit of the offense. We'll talk about a little bit of what's ahead for the Brewers. Craig Kashan in a little bit. 855-616-1620 is the phone number. 855-616-1620. Right here on your home of the Brewers, 620 WTMJ.
Coming up, more Brewers Extra Innings on WTMJ.
For over a century, local radio has evolved with the needs of the community. From politics to pop culture, we keep you informed, bringing you the most relevant news, online, on air, and on the go. You have trusted us with your news, sports, weather, and entertainment. Trust us to keep moving with you. Text radio to 52886 and tell Congress local broadcasting is here to stay.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer. Our policy is to provide equal opportunity employment, development, and advancement to all current and potential teammates. If you are an organization that maintains a job bank, provides employment information, or gives job referrals, you may request to be placed on the station's mailing list for future career opportunities. To learn more about careers at Good Karma Brands, please email careers@goodkarmabrands.com.
Loyalty, family. Few things are more important. This is WTMJ Steve Scafidi. Yet another strong storm rolled through Oak Creek and South Milwaukee, causing actual damage at my house. Thankfully, I knew exactly what to do. I called my friends Jeff and Jake at Loyal Family Renovations, and Jeff came by to assess the damage. If your home has suffered storm damage, don't leave it up to the out-of-towners. Loyal Family is family-owned, and the loyalty belongs to their customers. Contact them today for a free damage inspection, and they'll help make your home remodeling dreams a reality. LoyalFamilyRenovations.com.
This is Brewers Extra Innings.
Brewers get the victory 6-2 over the Padres. I'm Dominic Cotroneo. Brewers Extra Innings all season long is brought to you by Fifth Third Bank. With the local Milwaukee team, Fifth Third Bank also knows how to hit it out of the park. They've been serving businesses in the area for nearly 15 years, offering industry-specific expertise and local decision-making capabilities to help your business succeed. It's commercial banking value only Fifth Third can deliver. Fifth Third Bank, National Association, member FDIC. Couple of texts that I've rolled in here, 855-616-1620. Josh in Milwaukee, despite losing a four-game series, there was plenty of good on this road trip. Myers was terrific yet again, and the offense did great work in the second. We'll need it all to continue because here come the darn Cardinals again. This one from Doug. Blake Perkins warming up again. He doesn't want to go anywhere, and he shouldn't. Has Mitchell ever played first base? Absolutely not. No. We're not doing this. Doug, I'm not picking on you, but I've seen some other folks on social media asking if Garrett Mitchell can play first base. No. He's one of the fastest players in baseball. He's not playing first base. But Perkins heating up is certainly a welcome sight. Big decision looming with Garrett due back this week. I'd be shocked if we don't see him at home this week. Truly. They didn't say as much today, and he played again today for Nashville. Got a base hit off of rehabbing big leaguer Jeffrey Springs, left on left, mind you. Otherwise, 2 strikeouts and a walk today for Garrett. So we'll monitor when he will be back this week. Just a reminder, there has to be a 40-man move as well for Garrett to return to the active roster. Aaron in Illinois, did we need that or what? Myers is the player of the game, and he stopped the bleeding All teams go through this, unfortunately. It's just how you deal with it that separate the good teams. The difference-making moment was when Myers exited and the bullpen took the mound today. Churio's starting to be the stud we thought he was. I will take 4 for 13 runners in scoring position. Sunday, fun day, go Crew. This one from Coach C. Impressive stuff today. Most effective against left-handed hitters. Just wondering what the data and metrics showed before today's game. A big reason why Tobias Myers was so effective was starting to flash that changeup a little bit more. I also thought his cutter was the best it's been to this point in the year. Myers, when he keeps the ball in the ballpark, he's pretty darn good, guys. He's not a guy that relies on swing and miss either. So even when he's not getting it, he's okay. He came into today's game with a 43% whiff rate on his changeup and a 32% whiff rate on his slider, which are both well above league average, especially the changeup. He exited today only needing 7 swings and misses total. In total, that's just a 17% whiff rate. Granted, the big piece of that was the changeup. He only threw 5 strikes with the changeup out of 12 total thrown. 4 of those 5 strikes were swings and misses. So he was masking it very well with his fastball. Clearly the game plan for the Padres was attack the fastball. They went 4 for 14 against it. But everything else, they would have combined 1 for 6 against, including that changeup. The changeup I thought was a difference maker today for Tobias Myers. And when you look at his work against lefties this season, the changeup is obviously the bread and butter for a right-handed pitcher against a left-handed hitter. But when Tobias is able to have both fastball command and the changeup falling off the table like it did today, that's how you can keep lefties at bay. He doesn't throw the breaking ball really to lefties. It's all about the changeup and the cutter. And again, the cutter today was really good. Overall, they went 0 for 3 against the cutter. 17 total cutters thrown, 13 of them were strikes. Especially that at bat against Profar, that strikeout that he got of him, that turned out to be his last batter of the day. Crowded him inside, broke his bat, foul ball on a cutter. Crowded him inside with a fastball that was elevated, swing and a miss. Then he pulls the string on him, change up. It was in the zone, way out in front, swing and miss, see you later. That was his last batter. That was the Tobias Myers that I'm excited about. Not afraid to go to the glove side against a left-handed hitter. We talked about Robert Gasser being a left-handed pitcher, not afraid to throw into righties. It's extremely hard for right-handed pitchers to throw into lefties because they're dangerous. And to be that upper third, that elevated upper third, is so hard to do. The difference, right, is hitting that spot against Profar and not being able to hit that spot with 2 outs and 2 strikes against Arise. He caught a little too much of the middle. It was still on the inside corner, but caught too much of the middle, and Arise is able to hit an RBI double. Whereas you get up into Profar's kitchen, you make him uncomfortable, and he's not able to get it done. I thought Tobias Myers, I know he only went 5. This was one of his best starts of the year, especially facing that lineup, how hot they have been, to cool them down and to get the job done, get a 4th consecutive victory for Tobias Myers. He's on my player of the game poll right now over on my Twitter at Dom_Cotroneo, DOM_COTRONEO. He is dominating the player of the game poll, 88% of the vote, 166 votes already in. Still got the rest of the show to get in your approval. Talk a little offense. Craig's going to join us once his Bally TV duties are finished as well. 855-616-1620. You can call, you can text. Come on in and hang out with us here tonight. We're going till 7 on your home of the Brewers, 620 WTMJ.
On deck, more Brewers Extra Innings.
Drive into summer with a beautiful new car from the International Autos Group. Get spectacular savings of up to $20,000, and 0.9% financing is available for 60 months. Every model in our 2,000 car inventory is priced to sell. The International Autos Group, Milwaukee, Waukesha, Sheboygan, and Brown Deer. Or at IAAutogroup.com, where our ordinary needs to be extraordinary. Financing with approved credit, $1,709 per month per $1,000 financed on select models.
I'm so excited, and I just can't hide it.
That's a lot. Why are you so happy?
It's time for Summerfest.
Oh, I love Summerfest. The music, fireworks, a Sazza sampler.
The beer, tossing things on people from the Sky Glider.
Don't ruin the vibe, Brian. That's what I'm looking forward to. That and beating you in a game of horse in the Gruber Law Sports Zone.
Well, I want to see the new Supermoon in Cosmic Cornfield.
Don't forget the most important new thing.
Huh?
Spanning the State is going to be broadcasting live Thursdays and Fridays of Summerfest from 1 to 3 p.m.
Be sure to stop by the Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin mobile studio to say hi. And Kristen, nothing but net.
You'll see.
Fleet Farm's got everything you need for everyday life. Brands from Carhartt to Milwaukee to Purina to Goodyear to Rapala to Levi's and a whole lot more. In-store or online, check out all the brands Fleet Farm carries to help make your everyday life better.
Vince Vitrano for Johnson & Sons Paving. Summer is here, but before we know it, we'll be prepping for winter. Johnson & Sons Paving wants to make sure you're ready by remembering the 3 R's of parking lot and asphalt maintenance. Reseal every 2 to 3 years. Repair when you see signs of cracking or potholes. And replace if there's standing water, warping, buckling, or sinking. Don't scare those customers or tenants away with a bad parking lot. Connect with Johnson & Sons today to make those minor repairs before they become huge headaches. Visit johnsonsonspaving.com.
Welcome back to Brewers Extra Innings.
Brewers win 6-2. I'm Dominic Petronio. Brewers Extra Innings continues, brought to you in part by Cider Heating, Plumbing, and Electrical. Thunderstorms can happen at any time in Wisconsin, as we certainly saw last night. As an authorized Generac dealer, Cider Heating, Plumbing, and Electrical can save you up to $1,500 off of a whole home generator. Visit Cider, SEIDER.com today. The Brewers' offense is obviously part of the story. 14 hits, 6 runs scored. Multiple hits today from Jake Bauers, Joey Ortiz, Sal Frelick, Blake Perkins, and Jackson Chourio off the bench, mind you. I want to talk a little bit about Chourio before we break down what actually happened in today's game. Chourio now, here in the month of June, is hitting 296, going 294. His on base is 350. His slugging is 470. His OPS is over 820. All of those well above league average. Oh, by the way, he's 20. The big reason all of this has been fueled for Chourio is slowing down the chase rate. He is starting to see pitches better. Same time about last season in Double-A is when he really started to understand how teams were attacking him and what needed to be done. His chase rate by month on all pitches, okay, fastballs, changeups, curveballs, it does not matter. All pitches lumped together. His chase rate in April was 35%. League average for chase rate is right around 27%. 35%. So, hey, he's 20 years old, 8 points higher. It's no big deal. Went up to 39% in May. You're thinking, oh, boy, what's going on here? But now, excluding today, it's down to 31%. So 4 points lower than it was in April and getting closer to league average, only 4 points above league average. But again, we just gave you all the numbers here in June of how great he has been playing. Just look out. He ain't going anywhere. Brewers are not going to option him when Garrett Mitchell comes back. He's got nothing to learn in AAA. He's going to continue to learn and get better here in the big leagues. Craig Kashan's going to be with us in just a moment to talk about today's offense. Also want to point out Sal Frelick today, a double, also an opposite field RBI single that really got things going in that big second inning to make it feel like a big inning for the Brewers. How about Tyler Black going up to the 2 spot today? An RBI and a walk. Got thrown out trying to be a little too aggressive on the base pass, but that's okay. He's a rookie. He's learning. But some good luck for the Brewers that was obviously vastly overdue. And the Crew did this without Reese. They did this without William. And they did this without a home run today. The Brewers are still one of the better teams in baseball at hitting and winning games without hitting a homer. And, well, here in June, they've hit among the fewest home runs in baseball. So to have them keep that feather in their cap, if you will, I'm pulling up the stat right now for the teams without a home run hit who has the best record this season. The Brewers have been hovering around 500, which is actually pretty darn good when you think about it. The Brewers are second in baseball, so today make it first in baseball after today's win. as I present in Craig Kishon with this stat. Craig, the Brewers are now 15-13 when they don't hit a home run. That's the best winning percentage in baseball and the most wins overall when they don't hit a home run. I know we all like homers, and I would like home runs too. But when you get second innings like the ones you got, it makes you remember, oh yeah, bat the ball and good things should happen.
Well, you know what, Dom? Those innings like we saw today, the second inning, that's high entertainment baseball, though. I mean, just the way that inning started with that bloop kind of Bermuda Triangle single by Adames, for whatever reason, the way things have been going the last few days, you just get I at least got the feeling this could be a special inning because this is how baseball goes. You know, strange hits like that fall in, maybe a little lackadaisical play out there, and sometimes that comes back to haunt teams like that, like San Diego, and the way they played it, because the Brewers just simply passed the baton and did a great job, especially with 2 outs. They drove in 4 of those 5 runs, and they had 3 opposite field hits. So nothing hit strong and nothing hit really overpowering, that's for sure, but their runs on the board. The home run aspect of it, I love home runs too, and I kind of got jealous of the Padres in the first 3 games because their home runs meant something, and we do know that home runs can be very meaningful in games, but the Brewers certainly proving they didn't need it here today, and that was okay by me.
When I look at this lineup, and when I saw it today, when it came out, it made perfect sense to give Reese and to give William a day off. And look, the Brewers are going to be successful with both of them in the lineup. What I was surprised about was Tyler Black being in the 2 spot today, and he was eventually pinch hit for by Churio when the lefty came into the game. But Black's going to get an extended look here, Craig, and him going 1 for 2 with a walk and a strikeout kind of shows you what he's capable of. He's going to get on base, hopefully, 1 or 2 times a game, one of them with a hit, one of them with a walk. He didn't steal it. The Brewers really struggled stealing bases this series. Ortiz and Sal swiped one today, but Black's going to be a guy that should be able to swipe bases as he gets more comfortable in the big leagues. We're going to see a long look here of Tyler Black, given the Brewers are going to see a lefty on Tuesday from the Rangers, but then righties on Monday and Wednesday. So I'm excited to see more of him and maybe with an extended peek at him.
Yeah, I mean, they brought him up to play him and use him and see how he handles things his second time up. And, you know, it was good to have him hit another milestone today, and that was his first Major League RBI. So you know how this goes, Dom. You know, you build confidence in certain ways, and sometimes players are, you know, big, loud appearances in their first, you know, week or 2, maybe a month in the majors, and then they start fizzling out. And some players, it's a slow buildup. And I think with Black, you know, again, with some of these young guys that are on this team and going back to last year too, with all the rookies, just somebody that carries himself like he's not a rookie. I mean, I love watching his at-bats. He's perplexed when things don't go his way for a good reason, and when things do go his way, it's just put on the you know, the worker face and go get them done. I like every aspect that he can bring to the game. So it is going to be interesting to see how all these young guys, these outfielders, fit into the mix here, because Garrett Mitchell's knocking on the door. I know that's probably something either you've talked about already or are going to talk about in how this team is going to handle some decisions. So obviously I like everyone who's played outfield for Milwaukee here right now. They've done a terrific job, and, you know, Black's coming along nicely.
Let's talk about Bryce Terang here to wrap up the offense chat of this portion. Terang, this road trip, hit .344, 11 for 32, a double, a triple, 2 homers. Didn't expect to say that sentence. He led the Brewers in homers on this road trip, the only one with multiple. He had 8 runs batted in despite being a leadoff hitter. Of course, the grand slam yesterday helped. I mean, Terang, it goes without saying, we need to keep pointing it out as it happens. The dude has quantum leaped, I think. Quantum leapt and then some. This dude is an all-star, and it's been incredible to watch him develop this first half.
Well, it is pretty amazing, and just going into that leadoff role, to hit the way he has been hitting, especially in that leadoff role, he's well over 350. You've probably got the numbers there. since May 8th, but pretty close to that anyway. I mean, I love guys, Dom, who embrace a role. And I don't think anybody saw him being a leadoff guy, like especially just what he's been able to do and what he's producing and mostly how he's embracing it. This guy's a baseball player and he loves every aspect of it. And the fact that he's playing so well defensively, and then you mix it in with what he's doing, with the bat as well. And, the off-season hard work and the adjustments, gaining some weight, gaining some muscle, just becoming an even better athlete. And he's showing it all off here right now. And it's been fantastic. It's been fun to watch. This team needs that. Every team needs somebody at the top to set the tone of a game. And he's done just a terrific job of that. Hit for the cycle in this series, not in one game, but for the series, like you mentioned, got the triple today, the big grand slam yesterday. This guy right now is doing it all.
He has been fantastic. And go vote for him. You can vote up to 10 times a day until Thursday for Phase 1 of All-Star voting. More with Craig Kashan, talk a little pitching in the week ahead after this on WTMJ.
The National Weather Service has issued a tornado watch.
Go to a place of safety now. A tornado warning is in effect.
The danger in the thunderstorm alone is definitely there. We have wind gusts where it's at 50 miles per hour and lots of lightning in the storm system.
Keeping you updated on the weather so you can keep you and your family safe with severe weather coverage on WTMJ. Sponsored by Fleet Farm, proudly serving the Midwest since 1955.
I'm Monica Kessler.
Monica makes sure that everything at Kessler's is worthy of a lifetime warranty.
The quality of your ring is incredibly important when it comes to diamond setting, ring sizing, and repairs.
Monica has been part of Kessler's since she was 6 years old.
Let me tell you how to judge the quality of the jewelry you're buying.
It's easier than you think.
All you have to do is read the warranty.
Most stores offer a 5-year warranty, but Kessler's offers a lifetime warranty, the strongest in the world.
We can do it because we put more gold in your jewelry.
When a jeweler wants to make a bigger profit, they put less gold into the jewelry. This makes it thinner and easier to break.
Theirs might look like ours at first glance, but Kessler's jewelry is made not to break, and that takes more gold.
We give you a lifetime warranty because our jewelry is made to last forever, just like your love.
Gold is more than $2,000 an ounce.
Kessler's gives you more gold, a lot more gold.
For the location of the Kessler's nearest you, go to KesslersDiamonds.com.
Gene Miller here for my friends at Hometown Windows and Doors. Still loving retirement and still loving the energy-efficient windows and patio doors Hometown installed a few years ago. They keep my utility bills in line during hot summer months and add equity to my home all year long. Contact Hometown for a no-pressure in-home consultation or check out their home show-style New Berlin showroom featuring national brand names like Pella, Marvin, and Anderson. That's Hometown with an E for your every window and door need. HometownWindows.com.
It's Brewers Cubs. It's the I-94 rivalry. It's your chance to defend American Family Field. Be here June 28th through the 30th for 3 huge Brewers games. Find your spot for the action at brewers.com/tickets.
This is Brewers Extra Innings.
I'm Dominic Cotroneo, Craig Kashan with us for one more segment. I broke down Tobias Meyer's great start a little bit earlier in the program, Craig. Brewers win 6-2 behind his 4th consecutive win. I talked about the changeup and the cutter being stuff that really jumped out to me today. For him, over these last 4 starts, what's jumped out to you about how effective he has been in suddenly becoming a stopper for the Brewers rotation?
Well, I mean, I just love guys who are students of the game, and I think that he's really broken apart each one of his starts, Dom, and just made the right adjustments. I mean, he's even gone to we showed it during the broadcast today, the orange ball whip that he uses. That's a big golf tool. I mean, you know more about this than I do. Sometimes I look at stuff and I'm like, what is that doing to help a pitcher's game here right now? It looks like it should help a hitter's game by swinging a bat. But that's, he's willing to do anything. And I think too, we on our pregame show today, Vinny broke down kind of the opposite side of, some of those secondary pitches. The fastball is actually setting up his changeup so well. And he kind of struggled a little bit in that fifth inning, but was able to use that to get the final out as well, that sequence. So he's doing just about everything right. In June, he's 4-0 with an 0.71. I mean, that's phenomenal stuff. And again, he's 25. He toiled in the minor leagues for a long, long time before getting this opportunity. And also, Dom, he gave up a lot of home runs, his first few starts in the big leagues as well. And now, I mean, he's not walking anybody. He's not giving up any home runs, not ones that hurt anyway. It's just been really something to watch, the growth in such a short amount of time.
It's been a guy that was not really on anyone's radar to seriously stick in the rotation, but obviously out of a need. He's been optioned a couple of times already this year, and I mean he's here to stick because the Brewers need length. They need innings. They need currency, and to have Junis back in the fold is good. Sounds like Joe Ross is starting to make a little bit of progress. Maybe we start seeing him right around All-Star break time, before or after. Devin Williams is going to throw off a mound for the first time this week. That's some good news as well. So the pitching is, albeit bandaged together, those wounds are healing underneath. Now this week, Craig, they get 3 games with the Rangers, who have been underperforming to this point, kind of like the Padres, but to a different level, a little lower. Off day Thursday, and then the Cubs. I mean, this is a really important week because the Rangers are better than the record indicates, kind of like what we talked about with the Padres. And there's going to be a lot of energy in the building over the weekend. Do not lose sight of the Texas Rangers, because you're going to face Nate Eovaldi on Wednesday. You're going to face a lefty on Tuesday and Andrew Haney. This is a team that, look, they're the defending world champs. You got to beat the best to be the best, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And the other thing, too, that I look at is, Max Scherzer returned today and pitched 5 shutout innings for the Rangers. So his first outing of the season. Sometimes, Dom, you get a boost from a future Hall of Famer like that, coming back and saying, you know what, I fought, I rehabbed, I'm back. I don't want to go anywhere. I want to help this team win another one. And that could be pretty invigorating for this team as well when they're coming to Milwaukee tomorrow. They're definitely better than their record shows here. That's the understatement of the year. So yes, this is going to be a challenge, this next 3 games for the Brewers, and then the Cubs coming back this weekend. A lot of emotion again, I think, and that rivalry just heats up even more.
Yeah, I agree. I think this is going to be a lot of fun this week. Then the Brewers will go back on the road a week from Monday, and they will head to the West Coast again for Colorado and those Dodgers. So that's going to do it with Craig. Appreciate you as always. We'll talk to you again over the weekend when the Cubs are in town. Thanks, Craig.
All right, Dom. Thank you.
All right. Back with more after this. A little bit from the manager, Pat Murphy, and some highlights a little bit later on WTMJ.
Coming up, more Brewers Extra Innings on WTMJ.
There's an amazing supper club in Wisconsin Dells, Ish Nala. Nestled among the pines and perched above the sandstone bluffs of Mirror Lake. The beauty, the history, the service, the food, the fun. Hi, this is Bob Prosser, owner of Ish Nala Supper Club in Wisconsin Dells. I've been a part of Ish Nala since 1973, and I am so proud to continue the tradition that began in 1953. Why not enjoy a brandy old-fashioned in one of our bars, each with a spectacular view overlooking Mirror Lake, or just relax before or after dinner on one of our outdoor decks. Our Ish Nala chefs have prepared your favorites: 24-ounce ribeye, cold water lobster tails, North Atlantic salmon, and of course, Ish Nala's roast duck. Thank you for making Ish Nala Wisconsin's favorite supper club, where the only thing we overlook is Mirror Lake. I'm Bob Prosser, and I want to serve you.
With a local Milwaukee team, Fifth Third Bank knows what success looks like. They've been serving businesses and individuals in the area for nearly 15 years, including a long-standing commitment to the healthcare industry. From expansion to treasury management, Fifth Third offers a full suite of financial services and solutions across the healthcare spectrum to meet the complex moments you're navigating. Fifth Third Bank, National Association. Custom solutions built around your goals. Member FDIC.
Did somebody say free diamond bracelet? That's right. Diamonds Direct is expanding upon their best offer yet. Make any purchase this month and receive a free diamond tennis bracelet valued at $2,000. That's right. Any engagement ring, any diamond necklace, any timepiece. Purchase any item valued at $10,000 or more and receive a stunning diamond tennis bracelet at no extra cost. Every purchase of $10,000 or more qualifies. So hurry into Diamonds Direct. Your chance to get a free tennis bracelet ends June 30th. Details at diamondsdirect.com.
This is Brewers Extra Innings.
Brewers get the win. Happy manager. Pat Murphy talking to the media after today's victory. A lot about Tobias and what the offense got clicking. Here's a little bit of Murph after today's win.
We got a little lucky, didn't we? Some of the hits fell in, and some of the grounders got through, opposite field grounders, and a couple of bloops. And King's good, man. That guy's good. Guy can pitch.
How do you think that second inning unfolded?
Yeah, we were just kind of like chipping away and relentless movement. That's kind of our offense, and we're capable of that. But guys kept coming up and putting it in play. That's, gives you a chance. Those opposite field ground balls, how many in that stretch? Tell me that stretch. Can you read that off to me, that second inning or third or whatever it was stretch? Can you tell me what happened? Adames led off with a blooper.
He had the blooper.
The next guy was Tito. What do you do? Knocked between third and second. Then what? Who's
Sal, RBI single.
Sal, RBI single, and Oppo on the ground.
Stolen base.
Stolen base. Gary, punch.
Blake.
Bloop.
Opposite field blooper.
Right.
Field line.
Terang, triple in the corner.
And then Tyler Black single.
Where?
Left.
Opposite field.
Yeah.
I like it.
First RBI for him.
It is? How many at-bats? You got
18.
More than 18.
I don't know, I'm just guessing. You're making me guess. Well, I mean, I'm
Adam's
guessing.
not, he's not really covering us. He's not paying attention. He's got his focus elsewhere.
Or 5 of the 6 runs today scored with 2 outs, too. So timely as well as well placed. It's something that's been missing a little bit, I guess, in recent days, but...
Well, we punched 15 times yesterday, you know what I mean? And then we backed it up with a game where we didn't give up a free base. And, we put the ball in play against a pitcher that shoved on us last time. He had a no-hitter through 6+. Mm-hmm. And Willie had a bloop to break up the no-hitter. So we blooped him. And opposite field ground ball. Kid's a good pitcher, man. Kid is, I think he's really good.
What about Tobias?
Tobias was great. I mean, this kid continues to work in between starts. He continues to be serious about his unexpected arrival in the big leagues. He himself will tell you. I mean, he didn't know that he was going to be here and was hoping and whatever. But since he's been here, he's decided that I'm going to listen to these guys, and we might not be very good, but we've got a great team. Like team chemistry. Those guys, they really pull for each other. So while on paper we don't look like the best team in the world, we do pull things off like today, like come back against an extremely hot team that's swinging the bat well. Sure, they have some injuries, but they've got some people, and they got some people that are white hot. They're so hot. Merrill and Cronenworth, I mean, Araya's generational hitter, man. This guy's, he's in the mold of people that the people of San Diego are very aware of. He's in the mold. I'm not saying I compare him, just saying he's in the mold of Tony Gwynn.
I mean, that's a name that you don't just throw around, and it's true. And Arise has kind of taken that in stride. I love what he talked about Tobias there when it comes to his in-between preparation. That's kind of one of the big hurdles for rookies in the big leagues to learn what it takes in the show. With all that being said, let's have some highlights coming up next here on 620 WTMJ.
On deck, more Brewers Extra Innings.
WTMJ's Eric Bilstead here. We've made it to that wonderful time in Wisconsin when everyone likes to be outside. The gardening, the golfing, the swimming, but not you, because your knee hurts. or your hips are bothering you and you don't want to do anything that could mean needing surgery. Hey, I get it. But here's the thing. You don't need surgery to feel better. That's where QC Kinetics comes in. Non-surgical joint pain relief is a thing. It's here. It's happening at QC Kinetics. QC Kinetics is the nation's leader in regenerative medicine. Lasting joint relief with no surgery, no drugs, and get this, no downtime. Stop putting it off. Take action now and live your best life again. Get outside this summer. Call QC Kinetics. Here's the number, 414-285-3474. That's 414-285-3474. Call QC Kinetics today and live your best life again.
For over a century, local broadcasting has evolved with the needs of the community. We move past the stigmas of opinion journalism and bring the most relevant news online, on air, and on the go. You have trusted us with your news, sports, weather, and entertainment. Trust us to keep moving with you. Text radio to 52886 and tell Congress local broadcasting is here to stay.
Hey, WTMJ's Sean Mercure here. It was time to paint the outside of our house, and I was overwhelmed. I really wasn't looking forward to it. Thank goodness I got in touch with CertaPro Painters, each business independently owned and operated right here in Wisconsin. They made it easy. They were quick. They were efficient. They were friendly and fun. It's CertaPro Painters. Schedule your free estimate online at CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C. My home has never looked better, literally. I couldn't be happier. It's CertaPro Painters. When choosing a painting professional, the choice is simple. Choose happy. Choose CertaPro Painters.
You may think this is a bit odd.
Try me.
I've always been an arm girl.
Do you mean farm girl?
No, I said arm girl.
You're right. That's odd.
Some people are attracted to a person's eyes,
hair color,
smile,
or kneecaps.
But I am a sucker for arms.
Well then, Penny Mustard has a sofa for you. Ah, yes, the Just Your Style 8000.
Oh, you know it.
The arms on the Just Your Style 8000 are as beautiful as they come.
Are arm piercings a thing? Because it totally works on this sofa.
American made with solid wood frame, individual seat springs, ultra high resiliency foam cushions,
and hundreds of fabric and leather options.
Including pet and kid-friendly fabrics. So you really like arms, huh?
Especially forearms.
Really? Most people I know only have two. The Just Your Style sofa, starting at $23.69 at Penny Mustard.
Showrooms in Milwaukee and Chicago.
PennyMustard.com. Better versions of what people want.
Penny Mustard Furnishing.
Ready for this?
Get up!
This?
Get up!
And this?
Get out of here! Go!
Time for tonight's highlights. Here's Dominic Catronio.
Brewers trying to avoid getting swept in a 4-game series to the Padres. Michael King on the mound for San Diego. Tobias Myers for Milwaukee. We pick things up with 2 outs in the second inning. After a couple of bloop singles for the Brewers, they got things going with 2 strikes and Sal Frelick at the plate.
2-2. King deals. Line drive, base hit left field. They're going to send Adames. He will score. Streaking to third is Ortiz, and the Brewers have the lead. It's 1-0.
Jeff Levering on the call. I beg your pardon. It was 1 out in the inning. A couple batters later, Blake Perkins is up with 2 outs, 2 on, and 2 strikes on him.
Here's the pitch. And he lifts it down the left field line. This is going to be trouble. It's a fair ball. 2 runs are going to score. Perkins stops at first. It's a 3-run inning on a flare by Blake Perkins with 2 strikes.
Oh, but they still weren't done. Top of the order now. Bryce Terang's had a great return back home to Southern California.
Pitch to Terang. Line drive down the right field line. A base hit. Perkins is around second. He's headed for third. He's going to come around and score. As Terang is on his way to third base, he'll have an RBI triple.
Once again, the Brewers just kept on hitting, and let's finally hit a ball hard, shall we? How about the rookie getting a milestone checked off, Tyler Black?
Nice. Terang beat the defense. Here's the pitch to Tyler Black through the left side, a base hit. The Brewers have hung a nickel on the Padres in the second inning. It's 5-0. Hitting them where they ain't today.
That was the 9th 5-run inning for the Brewers. They've all have happened since the start of May. Tobias Myers, meanwhile, turned in a great outing. He allowed 1 run in the 5th inning. But with stress aboard, 3rd time through the order, he has 2 men on, 2 out. He falls behind Jerickson Profar 2-0. You've got Cronenworth lurking on deck. You got Machado and Merrill lurking. But he battles back. Profar fouls off a pitch, swings and misses at another. Then finally, the last pitch of the day from Tobias.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away, 2 men on. The pitch struck him out. Pulled the string with a changeup, and Myers gets through the 5th.
He got his 4th consecutive win today, going 5 strong innings, only allowing a run. The Brewers would add another run late from Jake Bauers, and they win the game 6-2 over the Padres. It's a happy flight home. We'll say goodnight after this on WTMJ.
Wisconsin's Morning News
is long past filtering into the branch of our government that is to be explicitly apolitical.
Listen to Vince Vetrano every weekday starting at 6 a.m.
Talked about this before, the appearance of impropriety. If it looks like the fix is in, then you can't blame people when they argued the fix was in.
Perception becomes reality.
And if we can't have faith in the decisions of our judiciary, we are truly lost.
Only here on Wisconsin's radio station, News Radio WTMJ.
The Brewers Sunday Fun Day Bundle is your new way to brunch this summer. Get tickets, food, beverages, and parking for up to 15 people, starting at $62. Get yours at brewers.com/funday.
Drive into summer with a beautiful new car from the International Autos Group. Get spectacular savings of up to $20,000, and 0.9% financing is available for 60 months. Every model in our 2,000 car inventory is priced to sell. The International Autos Group, Milwaukee, Waukesha, Sheboygan, and Brown Deer. Or at IAAutogroup.com, where our ordinary needs to be extraordinary. Financing with approved credit, $1,709 per month per $1,000 financed on select models.
Did somebody say free diamond bracelet? That's right. Diamonds Direct is expanding upon their best offer yet. Make any purchase this month and receive a free diamond tennis bracelet valued at $2,000. That's right. Any engagement ring, any diamond necklace, any timepiece. Purchase any item valued at $10,000 or more and receive a stunning diamond tennis bracelet at no extra cost. Every purchase of $10,000 or more qualifies. So hurry into Diamonds Direct. Your chance to get a free tennis bracelet ends June 30th. Details at diamondsdirect.com.
Here's to experiencing it all this summer in Wisconsin. Every deliciously cheesy, rockin', magical, fireworks-filled, festival-loving moment. There's Cheese Curd Fest in Ellsworth, Strawberry Fest in Cedarburg, Festival of the Arts in Stevens Point, and the Renaissance Fair in Bristol. Honor the Earth Powwow in Hayward, Mile of Music in Appleton, Venetian Fest, Bratfest, Summerfest. So many fests for your whole crew. Find them all at TravelWisconsin.com. Sponsored by Travel Wisconsin.
Don't think twice. Call Geis.
Since 1955, Geis has been the trusted garage authority in Wisconsin. Hey, don't let a busted garage door get you down. Call my friends at Geis today. With brands like CHI and LiftMaster, they have doors for every budget. They'll even build custom designs to meet your exact needs. For swift and reliable garage repair solutions, go to geisdoors.com. You can also visit their amazing showroom in Brookfield featuring hundreds of doors and openers and their custom design room.
Don't think twice. Call Geis. I'm on top of the world.
All right, I got 30 seconds on the nose here to say goodnight. Tomorrow, 7:10, first pitch from American Family Field. The Rangers are in town. I've got you for Brewers warm-up at 6, and I've got you for the post-game show tomorrow. Bob Brainerd will have it on Tuesday, no show Wednesday, and no Brewers Weekly on Thursday because of the presidential debate. My thanks to Evan Witalison, our producer, and to Craig Cashon. I'm Dom Catronio. Brewers win, and keep on swinging.
Trust in your family's comfort at home with Cider Heating, Plumbing,